Blueprints really surprised me. I heard people were giving it a lot of praise with their time with the demo a couple of months ago. I wasn't planning on playing it because I heard it was a kind of a slow first-person puzzle game, but when I heard it was also a roguelike and on Game Pass, I thought I'd be dumb to at least not try it out, and I'm very glad I did. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mob Impressions, the show where I give you some raw gameplay, explain the game and how it works, share my thoughts, the good, the bad, and who I ultimately recommend this to. So, what's Blueprints all about? Let's get started. It was developed by Dogubomb and published by Raw Fury. It released on April 10th, 2025, and is available on Steam PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S. At its core, it is a single-player puzzle, adventure, and roguelike game. All footage taken today is straight from my Blueprints Let's Play. You could watch it all right now, link in the description and comments. So, Blueprints follows the story of Simon. You are the nephew of a very wealthy uncle who has recently passed away and is giving you his estate. However, there is a catch. You must solve the mystery surrounding the mansion and find the ever-elusive Room 46 in the ever-shifting Mount Holly mansion. Each day, the mansion's layout resets, and you have a limited amount of moves you can do each day before you're forced outside of the mansion to start again the next day. There's always some constants that you can keep track of. You can't bring items into or out of the mansion, but anything that happens on the outskirts of the building is fair game. Every day you have a limitation of 50 or so steps that reduce each time you enter or exit another room. When you interact with a door, a room drafting system begins. Here you will choose between 3 different rooms where that door will now connect to. You'll see all the various kinds of rooms that you'd expect to see in a huge mansion. Hallways, bedrooms, outdoor areas, and even utility rooms. These are all color-coded, but have their own types of secrets and mysteries within them. This game is all about knowledge and keeping track of how to complete certain puzzles. You need to also learn the strategies of how to min-max your resources. Other than the footprint system, you gain gold for buying items and equipment in the commissary if you find the room, keys for unlocking locked rooms, and gems for drafting special rooms, and yeah, a little bit more than that. Basically, the game loop goes like this. You're going to start the day in the entrance room. You're going to be drafting rooms and trying not to soft lock yourself. Runs end when either your footprints deplete completely or you cannot progress forward drafting either because you just don't have the space or you might be locked out with no keys. With each passing day, you'll unlock new rooms to draft, learn how to maximize your staying power, and if you're really observant, you can put all of the overarching story narrative together that you'll read and see for yourself to good use, usually ending up with unlocking permanent upgrades to yourself and the mansion rooms to make future runs go smoother than the last. So, with that being said, I don't want to spoil any more of the mechanics itself. Let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses that I've experienced while playing Blueprints. First, the good, right? The game feels really innovative, combining both roguelike and a puzzle game. Most roguelikes I play these days are very action-based, but Blueprints did a very good job with making the player feel like they're making progress. It has that one more run type of feel. The game's atmosphere should appeal to most players. It's not scary, but it can be creepy at times, especially when unraveling the mysteries of who your family really is and the secret of the mansions itself. The narrative here is subtle but strong. I actually wanted to pick up every single letter I came across to learn more about motivations, backstories, and, hopefully picking up hints for relevant puzzles to get those goodies. The puzzles here range from easy to difficult, in my opinion. It starts you off with great instructions, and as you play more and more days, that same puzzle you solved in no time now has a couple of more variables that will challenge you. There are even some optional things to solve that are tough but ultimately won't hinder your story progress. The game rewards critical thinking and note-taking. There's a point in the game where they encourage that you take physical IRL notes, and as you can see here, I'm writing quite a bit. passcodes, puzzle notes, hints, item combinations. It's a fun and fresh experience. Let's move on to the weaknesses of blueprints. Now, these upcoming talking points are things people might want to consider before picking this game up, as it might skew your overall experience. First, the game is pretty slow. I mean, all in terms of both gameplay and progression. Runs can take upwards of 30 to 90 minutes, depending on how fast you solve the puzzles, how long you strategize, and if you're unlocking new rooms and doing special story segments, it might go a little bit longer than that. Another point is that you are essentially doing the same thing every single day, starting the day, drafting, trying to not get soft locked, and you hope to make some story progression. Some people might not like the repetitive nature of seeing the same thing every single day. And it's obvious, but if you're not into puzzles and mysteries, then you definitely won't enjoy this game. I do, however, still recommend you watch someone's Let's Play, as it could be fun to watch in my opinion. The overall presentation, I feel, is lacking a little bit. My favorite aspect, though, is the atmosphere. I love the mansion setting, the outer exterior, but the music is pretty weak here. There are moments when things ramp up, but it's a very quiet game for the most part. Probably because they want you to sit around and think. I found myself craving more, cues like eerie piano strings or ambient tension that changes with the room type. It does it sometimes, but as it stands, it's mostly quiet, which works at times, but also undercuts some tension. A big thing that might turn people off is the RNG drafting system. Yes, there are lots of ways to mitigate getting soft locked, and you soon learn which of the rooms are better suited for drafting in certain areas of the mansion. But at the end of the day, to progress the story, you still are kind of at the mercy of the RNG drafting system, hoping that you get what you need. Otherwise, a run might end up being useless and you have to start over again. I only felt this way a couple of times when playing Blueprints, and yeah, RNG adds replayability and tension. There are moments where you feel like the game is holding back progress arbitrarily. It's not often, but it's worth noting for players who value consistency over randomness. And the puzzles, as I mentioned before, they start off easy and fun, but if you don't like taking mental notes or writing things down, later on down the line, you'll forget what goes where, and you'll have to rely on a written walkthrough that you can maybe find online. Alright, so to sum everything up, Blueprints has made me love puzzle games even more. There was enough of a fun mystery here, combined with the roguelike genre I know and love, that has me so addicted to the game loop. They overlap these two mechanics perfectly, so without spoiling any more of the game, I recommend this to anyone who loves puzzles, logic, and critical thinking. It's a chill game with lots of strategy. There's an overarching story, a mystery to uncover, lots of permanent meta upgrades that will help you along each run. While you might get stuck sometimes, either via drafting RNG, or you might have to look up a puzzle for hints or a solution, you'll want to keep pushing forward just to see what else Blueprints has up its sleeve. So, with that being said, let me know what you guys think of Blueprints down in the comments below. Is this a game for you? Are you passing this up? What else should I have mentioned that you think is relevant? Make sure to check out my Let's Play of Blueprints and come by my live stream to be a part of my review process for future games we cover here on Mob Impressions. All links are in the description and comments. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I didn't see the plus sign. Oops. Was that 4? Oh wait, 6. It's no, it's 4. No, it's 16. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay. 6 multiplied by that is 24. Divided by 12 equals 2. Where is the 2? Okay. 6 minus 3 is 3. Times 1 is 3. Divided by 5. That is not correct. Oh, it's this one. It's 5, 15, 3 equals 3. I keep messing up the order there. Hooray for keys. Anything new? The den is not new. The parlor's great to just do. Oh, the den is a lot. No, it's fine. Parlor. Okay, here we go again. Look at an apple. This is the middle box. Fake. The gems are in the middle box. Potential. This is the middle box. Fake, fake. Listen to this. The gems are in the middle box. I kind of want there to be more puzzle rooms. But it's fine. Anything new? Observatory. I gotta grab the observatory. Yeah. Give me that. Yoink. Now 3. That's +3. So is that giving me buffs for the run? Yeah, it didn't give us a gold. It's just a buff for 1 day, huh? Dead rooms are more common today. Everything's 50% off. Today. Yeah, it's all just regular today stuff. See, if the twins, if the entrance hall, 2 trunks was a one-time thing, it should have said today. It's just one time, huh? And this kind of these buffs suck then. Well, at least it's fine because it's a room that goes somewhere. I don't know, the buffs are not perma. Nothing new. Storeroom is not bad.